Elon Musk just shocked everyone with the first ever warp bubble. Imagine if it takes a few seconds for you to teleport from Earth to Mars. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? But that's not right. Warp drive is the future that allows you to travel from one point in space to another within just a blink of an eye. Is this the future of human space travel? Want to know more about it? Then stay tuned in the video. Welcome to Elon Musk exclusive. And before we start our ride, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss any videos on such exciting topic. That being said, let's begin. Warp drive, or a drive that allows for space travel, is one of the various techniques to move across space that may be found in science fiction. It has been claimed that it is conceptually similar to hyperspace. A warp drive is a device that changes the geometry of space-time. A spaceship equipped with a warp drive can travel at speeds faster than the speed of light. Unlike other imaginary faster-than-light technologies, such as a jump drive, the warp drive does not allow for instantaneous travel and transfer between two places, but rather includes a measurable passage of time that is relevant to the concept. In contrast to hyperspace, warp-speed spaceships would continue to interact with things in regular space. Star Treks will already know the meaning of the term warp bubble. This has been famous with film fans ever since the first film came out. But let's be honest, not everyone watches a lot of movies. Warp speed refers to the extremely rapid speed at which space vehicles travel. We've all seen movies in which spaceships fly at the speed of light from one spot to another, and we all want such technology. We all are fascinated by these while watching these concepts in the movies. But are these possible in real life? What do the scientists think about this? Are they close to achieving this warp speed? According to Einstein's theory of special relativity, solid things with non-zero mass, like photons, cannot move at the speed of light. The difficulty with a material item reaching light speed is that it would need an endless amount of kinetic energy to travel at exactly the speed of light. Too much physics, isn't it? According to Einstein, anything that has mass won't be able to achieve the speed of light. This is the most important part for warp travel to become possible. Simply explained, negative gravity elements are required under Einstein's theory for this warp bubble to be possible. What exactly is negative gravity? This is the gravity that is experienced by the object but with a negative sign. For example, let us consider a man walking on Earth. He is held to the ground due to gravity. But if he was in a negative gravitational field, then he would experience gravity in the opposite direction. Let us now consider a scenario. Consider a scenario in which the human population has increased and there is no longer enough space on the planet to accommodate people. We want to go somewhere else, right? However, with today's fastest spacecraft, it will take a long time. This issue can be resolved with the use of a warp drive. You may go to Mars in a matter of hours. The first person to work on warp drive was Miguel Alcubierre. He developed a hypothesis while working on his PhD. This theory astounded the scientific community when he was working on the general theory of relativity when he came across this idea. Heavy masses have been observed to bend space and time. This is known for a long time. As a result, he began researching it and finally released a research paper on warp drive technology. He highlighted in this research how we may compress space and time in front of the spaceship and stretch it behind the ship, allowing us to travel a shorter distance to our goal. The bubble that surrounds the spacecraft is referred to as the warp bubble. The fundamental concern, though, is the engine's development. We all know that the engine is the most significant component of any moving vehicle utilized for travel. A warp engine is nearly hard to build in the real world. It is difficult to curve space with normal mass. As previously said, we'll need a lot of mass to bend space and time. Aside from that, we'll need negative gravity mass. There were several ideas and concepts created for the idea of a warp engine. However, this is a Herculean effort. Negative gravity matter was a vital part of the creation of the warp engine. I mean, if you're a real-life Tony Stark with Jarvis on your side, this may be a simple task. But sadly, this is not the case. Many Star Trek enthusiasts grew up with the show. Eric Lentz was one of these children. He stated that he saw a lot of Star Trek as a youngster and that the concept of warp speed never left his head. This is what motivated him to become a physicist. He was striving to bring warp drive technology to reality. He came upon Alcubierre's article as a kid. This has aroused his interest in the issue yet further. He added that he continued to read the warp drive articles and became aware of the importance of negative gravity matter. After much deliberation, he concluded that you did not require as much mass as described. Ordinary mass, on the other hand, was sufficient to establish warp drive. According to his idea, building a warp drive engine is nearly difficult. The breakthrough, however, came when a group of scientists unintentionally uncovered a real-world warp bubble. This was described in a paper that appeared in the European Physics Journal. NASA engineers and physicists have developed the theoretically perfect conditions for producing a small warp bubble in the laboratory. This concept has yet to be tested experimentally by NASA's team. However, according to writings by Alcoby and Eric Lentz, they can at least establish it hypothetically for the time being. The investigation of the team contained 3 fundamental physics hypotheses, which were as follows. The speed of light is 3 times 108 meters per second. Is the limit of the universe. Space and time are connected. This is known as space-time, which detaches, flows, and bends around matter. Gravity is to blame for this curvature. According to the NASA team, space warp is one of 2 defects revealed in the theory of general relativity in 1994, research by theoretical physicist Miguel Alcubierre. The only catch is that the bubble should be surrounded by negative energy, such as that created by anti-gravity. Unfortunately, that is not something that can be easily produced in a factory. We are now unable to produce a warp bubble in the lab due to a negative energy problem. A scientific report released in 2021, however, drastically changed this perspective. Eric Lentz is the author of this piece. The solution that NASA's team of scientists needs was found in this study piece. The CASIMIR effect, which causes magnetic fields to oscillate, may hold the key. The detailed numerical analysis of our custom CASIMIR cavities assisted us in identifying a real and makeable nano/microstructure that is predicted to generate a negative vacuum energy density such that it would manifest a real, nanoscale warp bubble. However humble it may be, said the NASA team. This idea is not shared by all scientists. Some people believe that nothing of the such thing exists, and that all of these publications are merely frauds. The discoveries might be game changers, leading you to conclude that warp drive is on the horizon. This, however, is not the case. NASA experts feel that creating a warp drive is still a long way off. Many challenges must be overcome before warp drive may be realized. According to the experts, the human species is too immature to ask questions regarding actual flying tests or physical trials related to the notions. NASA's team feels that it is perfect to examine this notion on a nano/micro scale, which may aid us in determining the best answer to the problems we are now facing. But researchers say that we are closer than ever to achieving the warp drive. This is a good sign for the human race. Hope we get our hands on this tech soon. Are you ready to travel at such a speed? Write it down in the comments below. We hope you like our content and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to Elon Musk Exclusive for more such interesting videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, peace.